But now we're going to get to everybody's favorite, the most common one, the most popular one, squats. Everybody talking about squats. Everybody trying to get that beautiful derriere. Everybody wants it to pop and really bang. So that's what I'm going to help you with right now. We're going to work on your squats. I'm going to work on your squat technique. So you have to pay perfect attention to what my feet are doing, how my legs are being placed, what my back is doing, and how to get the perfect kind of engagement or activation of the specific muscle groups you're trying to hit. Take note. Remember this, everything matters. How my feet are positioned matters. If I turn them at an angle, it matters. If I have them wide apart, it matters. If I bring them close together, it matters. Everything matters with squats. I'm going to do a basic squat with just a mid-range opening from my feet. So I'm just standing average shoulder width apart with my feet. I'm going to keep my torso nice and tight, nipped in. I'm going to put my hands in front of me for counterbalance. And I'm going to sit into the squat position. If you notice, my knees don't push far forward and my heels don't leave the ground. I come back up and I repeat the motion. Right now, I'm only getting to what we call parallel. So I'm getting, my butt line is parallel to the ground. So I can go sub-parallel when my butt goes below, or I can keep it parallel. Parallel is just a fine fit for you to start with. Once you get better range of motion, better mobility, then you can go deeper into it.
A very good morning to you and welcome to today's edition. Today being 19th December 2022, just 6 days to Christmas. But before then, it was Christmas there in Qatar for a particular team who came out all outstanding after losing in their first game. Everyone thought they wouldn't get it, but finally, the beginning is not what matters, but the end tells well, as Argentina and Lionel Messi have been crowned champions of the world, the first for Argentina and third for the whole Argentina as a country. Welcome to today's edition. I am Richard Badung.
And just to add to that, Argentina were able to get that victory after 36 years of waiting. The last time was through the legend Diego Maradona. Of course, welcome. I am Aidnan Lubem.
Let's begin from the local scene. Of course, David Ekpeyong has continued his rich veins of form in tennis on Sunday as he claimed his first senior title in the ongoing or in the just concluded Tennis Open. Ekpeyong bounced back strongly after losing the Dallas hardcourt competition to Uche Okparaji in November. He lost 6-0, 1-6, 7-6 to the firing power of Okparaji, who claimed the title before now. Ekpeyong qualified for the singles male category finals of the J5 World Tennis Championships in Abuja and has now won his first title as a senior player.
Well, congratulations to Ekpeyong. It was really a hard-fought victory for the young man, but of course he was able to get that win in the Tennis Open. We hope to see more Nigerian talent when it comes to tennis.
All right, let's move away from there to the world of football now, where a former Super Eagles gaffer, that's Genero, has highlighted why football development in Morocco is far ahead of Nigeria, following their historic and excellent performances at the 2022 World Cup in Qatar. While the Atlas Lions were very impressive in Qatar, becoming the first African nation to qualify for the last four of the World Cup, the Eagles failed to qualify for the tournament after losing to Ghana on aggregate. Just to add to this, Walid Regragu's team made an impression by defeating Belgium, Canada, Spain and Portugal, to reach the semi-final of the biggest football showpiece in Qatar, but narrowly lost to Croatia 2-1 on Saturday, finished fourth at the Mundial.
Well, with the rankings of the FIFA World Cup at this point, we see Morocco now being the first country when it comes to African football.
Of course, based on performance.
Yes, based on performance
in the World Cup.
In the World Cup. And of course, Morocco were able to do wonders in the World Cup, beating top teams like you said, Portugal, Spain, and
Belgium,
of course,
and of course Canada.
And of course, Canada, yes. And so they were able to get that one. And for Genetro coming out to make a statement, I think it's a time for the Nigerian Football Federation to go back to the drawing board and look for ways to improve their football I mean, the Giants of Africa, they didn't even qualify for the World Cup. And of course, we hope to see them qualifying in 2026 World Cup.
All right, that will surely be a joint World Cup, the first ever in men's FIFA World Cup tournament. Before we get to that particular point, let's let you know that following the successful establishment of the African Basketball League, otherwise known as BAL, the FIBA Africa is already set to establish a women's league similar to the men's competition. The BAL tournament was established in the continent a few years ago, back with River Hoopers as the first Nigerian representative. According to the updates, FIBA wants to correct the imbalance between the men's and women's game. The meeting was held in Maputo, the capital of Mozambique, under the president of FIBA, Anita Manabe, as in attendance the president of the FIBA World, Amani Niang, and the president of the 7 zones of Sports African Confederations. Kwara Falcons will represent Nigeria in the 2023 edition of the men's tournament after they emerged as the winner of the Nigeria League.
Well, I think it's a good one for the BAL to come out to make this kind of comments. They want to make African. They want to focus more on women basketball in Africa. I think it's going to create a lot of talent. At least African teams will be able to challenge with the world powers when it comes to international basketball. The last time we saw African teams crashing out, and of course the Tigers, we know what happened. They were disqualified. They were not able to compete, not disqualified. They were suspended by the federation and they were not able to participate. So I think African basketball for women would definitely find more talents for the continent.
All right, just to let you know that three venues will surely be hosting, the 2023 edition of the BAL tournament. Away from that one quickly to the international scene, where Tiger Woods has said 2022 was one of the more rewarding years he has actually experienced in a while, and is aiming to play all 4 majors come 2023. The American, with a 15-time major winner, is still recovering from severe leg injuries suffered in a car crash in early February 2021. He has also developed plantar fasciitis pain in the base of his foot. To let you know the same thing, that it means the 46-year-old has been limited to only 9 rounds of competitive golf this year. Before taking part in the match as an exhibition tournament in Florida last week, Woods had not played since the Open Championship at St. Andrews in July when he missed the cut. The weekend he played in the PNC Championship Family Golf Tournament in Orlando, Florida, alongside son Charlie, who is 13. The Woods pair inside for the 8th time at the event, which was won by Fiji's Vijay Singh H and the son Kas Singh H. And just to move away from that, FIFA has already released the ranking that we told you earlier, talking about the African performance there. And Argentina, the South Americans, and of course the winners of the FIFA World Cup have been emerged as the top of that particular one after defeating defending champions Le Bleu of France 4-2 via a penalty shootout. According to the ranking, newly crowned champions Argentina is ranked first, followed by first runners France and Croatia in the 3rd position. The Atlas Lions of Morocco are placed 4th position, losing out to Croatia, who are currently placed 3rd on that ranking on Saturday.
That's right, and of course Morocco is the highest ranked African team, and then followed by Teranga Lions of Senegal, and then the indomitable Lions of Cameroon.
All right, let's quickly take you straight to the Mundial that took place here to the end of the Mundial. That's a FIFA World Cup. They are waiting one. We've all been waiting for this tournament, and here it is, coming with all kind of glamour and every other fun. Argentina's Lionel Messi was named best player, and France's Kylian Mbappe won the Golden Boot Award following a sensational World Cup 2022 final. Messi, 35, led Argentina to their World Cup title, their 3rd World Cup title, scoring twice in the final as they beat France in the dramatic penalty shootout. He netted 7 goals in 7 games and became the first player to score in each round of the same World Cup since the last 16 round was introduced in 1986.
He is also the first player to win the Golden Ball Award twice since it was introduced in 1982, after also winning the honor in 2014. France Kylian Mbappe was top scorer with 8 goals, including a hat-trick in the final. It was the first treble in a World Cup final since Gerf Hertz in 1966, when England beat West Germany.
All right, quickly let's talk about this. Messi, of course, becoming, second top scorer, winning the silver behind Kylian Mbappe, and of course beating Oliver Giroud to claim that award. And of course, the top assist also. And being the MVP player, the most valuable player in the tournament, do you have any doubts with that particular award?
No. Clearly, there's no doubt at all for Lionel Messi. I think he had a superb World Cup, and of course, some will still come from the angle that most of his goals he scored were from the penalty spot, but there were other players too.
But the truth, he never created penalty in sports. The Federation created penalty, and it has been there before he came into football.
All right then, but I think Lionel Messi had a wonderful time. He was able to dictate the game of the Argentine squad. A very, very wonderful time, creating up with the likes of McAllister and Acuna, and also Di Maria. They were the forwards who did that damage yesterday. And of course, he was able to get 2 goals in that game. He first scored from the penalty, and of course, he now got the second goal in extra time to give Argentina that boost they needed to win the World Cup.
Now let's talk about one Angel Di Maria. Seems to be the good luck charm of the Argentine side. Every final he has played so far since 2021, the Argentine side have won.
Well, I think it's a good one for Di Maria. They came up together, Lionel Messi and Angel Di Maria. They started together, and of course, right from, I think, the under-17, they trained together and also played where they defeated Nigeria. But the point is, these two players have really had a bond at the national team. At some point, they even played together at the club level. I think that's PSG. And of course, that bond has been there. They have been friends. Everything, they've been through it all. So I think that connection, that glory from Messi definitely will have to rub on Di Maria.
All right, I think this is it. But Messi has said he will not retire from football anytime soon, or rather, will he stay? He will continue to stay with the Argentine national team as it still goes down. The Argentine side, of course, have won their World Cup, and it's a dream come true. And of course, with this accolade, Messi has actually been known as greatest footballer to ever touch the game. This is the very much we're bringing to you. Of course, join us in other subsequent editions on Wednesdays and Fridays. I am Richard Badum.
And I am Aidnan Lubem.
Thank you for watching.